Ooh. I think it's funny how it goes. It says, excellent stream, excellent, everything's excellent. And then as soon as I start, it's like, we're not receiving enough. We're not getting enough. We can't do what we need to do to help you. Fucking YouTube, man. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. It's kind of been a really peculiar day for me. I woke up, I had some anxiety, transmuted that. Got a phone call from a nice man named Manuel yesterday. I called him yesterday about potentially finding a place, and he didn't have any leads, but it was just really cool that he called me back. I even told him, I said, well, thank you for calling me and letting me, either way, because people in this town don't do that. I don't know. I need to stop saying this town, because I'm pretty sure that this is a common discourtesy that people all over the land. I don't know, something this last 10 years people started doing. It's called ghosting. They just ignore you. They just don't want to deal with you, so they just ignore you. Ghosting? Yeah, like you message somebody and they just never respond. Or you write somebody a letter and they don't even acknowledge it. It's bizarre. It's ignorance is bliss. La la la. I'm not a grown up. I'm a child, and I can just and I don't need to deal with. That's what people don't like dealing. They don't like engaging. They don't like handling situations that are uncomfortable. So they just avoid it. And the whole world is full of uncomfortable situations. So you got the majority of the planet that has their head buried deep beneath the sand like an ostrich, because it's just they don't want to recognize, the world's run by a bunch of freaking mental mini perverts, and freaking it's not changing. It is changing. I said it's not changing. It's absolutely changing. It's changing every day. Have you seen? I don't even have to listen to the news, watch the news. I just could freaking scroll through the headlines to see how things are changing, man. Truths being revealed, more and more people rolling over on other people, people figuring out, oh, well, that's not true. Oh, they weren't really for that. They just were in it for the money. And it's things are coming together because they're falling apart, but first they got to fall apart, then they're going to come together. Hi, Betty Bits. Hi, little buddy. You're such a cute little baby. You're such a baby. So I was pretty actually blissed out today. I was just, I've been feeling this crazy freaking Mars and Gemini. That's my natal placement, so it's just like extra concentrate right now. So just more lessons for me to learn on how to not freaking let people get my goat, or I think that's what my whole life is intended to be, is just learn how to not respond or react, or I did pretty good the first part till I was probably about 40, 41, 42, I found my voice, and then I haven't been able to keep it. I've been, I guess, I could say that there's been a handful of days in there that I've been in balance with too much in my masculine energy, and I'm trying to find my feminine too, just like so many other people on this planet are. When I was a little girl, I denied the feminine in me, like every chance I got. And everything was, I'm not a baby. Let me do it. Can I do it? Let me do it. Do you need help? No, I'm not a baby. Babies need help. Everything was like, no, I'm not a baby. Everything was about my ability and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that derives from what happened when I was 10 months old. That created a vibration of doubt in myself that it took me some time to overcome. But I did it. I've overcome a lot of obstacles that I've had in my life. A lot of them. A lot of shortcomings I've had. A lot of character defects. A lot of physical defects. A lot of some emotional defects. Some are still there, but heck, it's hard to heal stuff when the freaking torment still keeps coming, you know. It ain't easy to do. So, anyway, it's starting to get cool here. Fall is definitely coming, northern New Mexico. What else happened? What else is going on? So yeah, I was pretty blissed out. I just hung out with Mom all day. We just hung out. Mom watched her shows, and I listened to. I was right here with her and listened to a talk this morning by a guy. I just started listening to him. I found him last week, or they found me, or something. However that works. Robert Phoenix. And he was talking with Howdy McOshke. They had a pretty good conversation. I'll probably listen to it again. Just because there's a lot of points that I think I missed. But, how did the baby kitten? You are so cute. God, these cats. I don't even know. I'm just trying to live every day as it comes, honestly. I'm just trying to get through every possible day as it comes, and just take care and try and be as loving and as kind and to everything around me. You know? And God, the mom cat came in last night, and she came in, it's starting to get cold at night, and I was like, oh my God, she's so ready to pop, and how am I gonna, I don't want her to have those babies, and I'm just like, Marge, you don't have any control over anything. You're just here. You're just here. You don't have any control over this stuff. You're just here for a little while longer. Just try and keep things comfortable while you're here, and then deal with the heartbreaks later. You know? So, oh, my music just went away. Because I looked up that music. Tucker, he's over there snoring. You can hear him snore in the background. Oh, that's cool. He's doing a lot better since I've changed their food. All of them are. They all like it so much better. So that was kind of a positive thing. Seismic activity is definitely ramping up, and I'm so sensitive. That's probably why I was all blissed out today. It's all these freaking M and X class freaking solar flares going on. I'm just like, okay. Anybody want to go outside, walk around? Mom and I even went and walked around outside a little bit today, huh? Yeah. All in all, today was a pretty good day. I did start getting a little heady though. Sometimes, because all these people always are throwing around that word crazy. They're crazy. And I'm like, what does crazy mean? Is crazy? I think crazy is one of those words that it means different things to different people. Like, I think of somebody that's crazy is like all these people that are going around that have that vibrational frequency in them that makes them their brain, their senses say, hey, pick up that knife and go use it on people. That, to me, causing harm to another human like that is crazy to me, you know. I think it's crazy to think that there's a society here that's designed for everyone, you know, to accommodate everybody's needs and make sure everybody's okay as long as they're alive. It's crazy to think that those systems do exist, because the reality of it is the systems that have been allowed to perpetuate and to get to the size of just calamity, enormity and calamity. They got out of hand. Their egos got out of hand, and they got power hungry, and things. The whole world's just gotten real weird. It's not a real safe place. It's not a real safe place. I don't think people should be going hiking by themselves anymore. I think people should be telling people, okay, this is my route. This is when I'm leaving. You know, this is when I'm gonna get back. it's just, it's bizarro. People are so disheveled. They don't have emotional control, and they're only losing it more because how many people are stepping away from all those self-serving, opportunistic, materialistic, freaking egotistical, all those low vibrational people aren't turning away from the lifestyles. They're not, and that's all right. That's okay. Everybody has an opportunity to experience this incarnation as they see fit. And I lived a lot of years from my ego, and I just saw where it was taking me. It was taking me no place good. You know, I'm a lot healthier since I made the conscious decision years ago to have the spirit, to be the spiritual being having a human experience. You know, I drank for a number of years. I was a drunk. I was a colossal drunk for a number of years. I didn't care about anybody but myself because, you know, they weren't thinking about me anyway. And I could rationalize any kind of hurt, pain. Lord knows I had plenty of justifiable anger, reasons to be hurt, things like that. There's just certain varieties of people like me that we just can't sit in that anger because we're not going to have any kind of quality of life if we do. Is that you, bitty bits? So, that's what the astrology keeps talking about, how people are changing. I know I'm changing. I'm dropping the rock. Unfortunately, I pick the rock back up from time to time. I'm looking to drop that rock and just, my goal is to just be the observer, not really have any kind of response to anything about anything. That's what I'd like to do. That's where I think the peace and serenity is in it for me. So, I know a lot of people are going through loss right now. A lot of people are going through hardships. A lot of people are having to move all of a sudden. A lot of people are just, you know, it's that life stuff. It's ramping up. You know, people have been creating bubbles for themselves for so long. You can't do that. There's other storylines that come into play. You know? There's all these astrological alignments that are coming up. Why are you hitting me? What'd you hit me for? What you being mean? You're a little mean lady. Says I'm tougher than you. Just a gray baby. Yes, you're tougher than me. Just a kissy. No, not in the mood. Leave me alone. Don't be mean to me, smacky girl. Got me good. A little razor sharp. Yeah, you'll be out ready to go out soon, huh? Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. My train of thought just derailed. How you doing today, Ma?
I'm very good.
You're doing good? How are these energies treating you? You haven't been disorientated or anything much?
No.
Not today?
Not today.
Well, good for you, because I have been. So, from time to time, I do. I'm not so sure on my feet. My feet aren't as sturdy as I used to be. Things are just changing. Just changing so fast, so. All in all, today was a pretty good day, I'd say. Though we didn't have any catastrophes. Any days that we don't have any catastrophes is a good day to be. Is a good day for me, you know. And Mom. We didn't get any bad news. That's always good. I'm still processing the loss of my sister.
Your sister?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
It just comes in waves.
It does.
She is so much better off, man. She's the one that's better off, man. She's...
She's looking out for you. She's looking out for you, Marge.
Thanks, Ma. Mom's been very supportive. Want to say hi?
Yeah.
To the people on the tiny tube? Wait, I gotta fix the camera because you're so height impaired much?
Height impaired. That's funny.
We're only small in stature, huh, Ma? You know what I like on Facebook today? I read an article yesterday about how there's like 40% of the houses in this county. There's only so many. There's like only in the town. There's like less than 6,000 people. There's like in the whole county, which is a large county. There's like maybe 34,000. This is like the smallest freaking area I've ever been in. I've had more success in Omaha that has like 1 million people in the area. Like I've had more success there than I've had in Podunk, USA. That's because the more Podunk, USA it is, the bigger the po, the bigger the dunk. Is you have the families that own the town. You have the people. And here in Taos, it's the Bent Street. I call them the Get Bent Street boys. That's the Freemasons here. It's all a club, you know. But the thing of it is like they're like, oh God, who are we gonna leave this shit to to go on? Who's gonna take on our legacy and keep on the freaking owning this place because they raised a bunch of freaking non-thinking. When you do everything for people, and that's what people have done, they've done everything for their kids. They let them go wherever they want to go to school. They get like $80,000, $90,000 education, and the kids just like piss it away because they do what they want. And I see them all. Even like even all those kids. They're such good kids. They're the ones that are freaking drag racing in the fields and shit like that. And it's like do your parents know you well enough to know that that's how you really behave, and then they don't, and then they wreck their cars, and then the parents are so surprised because their little Timmy just or whatever just knows better than that, and they would never do that. And it all comes down to how much do people really know each other? How much and it comes with the whole Psych 101 of projecting. I've been noticing where I'm projecting. Okay, Marge, you're projecting. I'm acknowledging it whenever I see it. You're projecting, and then I go into where the derivative of my projection comes from. All right, this is how I change my behavior because I don't want to project. I don't want to act that way. So there's things that people can do to change their behavior. It takes work. It takes discipline. It takes thoughtful thought. Takes moxie, takes balls, takes effort, takes courage, takes faith, takes diligence, and that's a lot of people that people don't have. These are just qualities people don't have in them, so it's just either to go the other way. Just live for yourself. Oh, there's Robert Phoenix liking my comment now. Robert Phoenix.
Robert?
Yeah, it just occurred to me that's where Jessica lived. In Phoenix. Well, north of Phoenix, in the rough part. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm, decided it's best that I don't go to her memorial service, and I'll go one day, but it's a time for her family and her friends that loved her, and I loved her, but it's for the people that she loved too. And her mom's gonna be there, and I don't want to see her because her mom caused me a great deal of pain. And I'm going to go ahead and leave back in the past because I know as soon as I see her face, it will all come flooding back. And I'm just going to leave. And it's not the place. It's not the place for me to have to freaking rectify childhood traumas at my sister's memorial. So, and I feel like it's okay to say I was gonna go and not beat myself up for not keeping my word. and other things. Other reasons too, but there's just too many reasons to not. And she's not even gonna be there anyway. It's not like her remains are gonna be there. They're in a nook back in Atascadero with her dad. So, just when I was a little girl, I never dreamed of what my life was gonna be. I wouldn't imagine the relationship. I wouldn't imagine all the family stuff. I wouldn't, because I didn't think that stuff would ever be for me. So why am I going to set myself up to hurt my own feelings? So I just adopted an attitude of whatever will be, will be. I knew I was not going to grow up and marry a man. I knew that was for sure, but when I grew up, the world is an entirely different place than it was when I grew up. But the universe has been putting evidence in my face since I was a very, very, very young baby of the darkness and the shadow in which this earth contains. And the people on the earth, they have this darkness in them, and it's often perpetuated by just having the abuse done to themselves. And that's how you break those cycles. That's how you break that the family karma, the curse, or whatever. All kinds of people call it different stuff. It's just that hurt that binds people generation after generation. I was in a Virgo sandwich. That's probably why I'm know so many Virgos. Is I have an older brother. He's Virgo, and then Jessica was Virgo. She was September. He's August Virgo. Different deacons, and decadent. Is that the right? Anyway, decadent. Anyway, and I'm Aries. So, and I don't have Earth in my chart. So, but I could, I don't know. It just made things weird. Everything's so weird. Everything feels weird. I want to go to sleep at like 7:30. I just want to go to sleep. And then I get up and at this morning I woke up at 4. And then I'm like, what am I going to do at 4? And then I try not to think. I'll pray. I'll meditate, whatever I can do. And then I can always get nice and tired right before you wake up. And my day starts. So it's just, yeah. Anyway, it's always worth it. Yeah. Tango's back. Cutie kitty-o. He came rolling up to the door this morning, first thing. Yeah. Meow, meow. That's why I'm like, dude, I don't know why he stays out, because he's just not an outside cat. He's an indoor. I know, but he's if he don't go running off, he's about to get his neuters, or his spay. I always get those backwards. Anyway, what else happened? So I just was in the I'm just trying to be where my hands are. Because if I'm not careful, I can think of all of the scary things all at the same time and pretty much give myself an anxiety attack, which I haven't had. I haven't ever really. I've never had it. When I was a little girl, I'd hyperventilate. I'd get so worked up that my brain and my body would disconnect, and I get dizzy and all that stuff. It was no good. But, yeah, from hyperventilating. Yeah, I was just a bundle of nerves, and it's just taken 48 years to just breathe, relax. It's okay. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of trauma, and not to mention the 8 anthrax vaccines they gave me. That freaking fried my endocrine system, so it just like spins me up. That makes my body respond before my freaking like something happens. I'm like, whoa, words out of my mouth. Blah, you know, I'm just like, fuck, you know, I'm just like instant aggro. And so it's like, no, Marge, that's not the person you want to be, Marge. You don't want to be. There's plenty of that in the world, man. There's so much ugly on this planet right now. And I'm not, I'm seeing the beauty because I'm surrounded by Mom and all the critters that I love, you know, but I'm not really going out and about so much. We're definitely going within. It's definitely a period to be going within, you know, because we're in pattern breaking mode. You know, me and Mom, we're about to find our forever home, and it's just where we're going to be, you know, and things are going to be a lot better than they have been for both of us. Mom's had a hard life. I've done whatever I can to take care of her, you know, and I don't understand why people don't want to help me take care of her, but they don't mind. I think they figure if they don't help me, it makes things harder for me, and they're not trying to make things easier for me. You know what I mean? Because if I fail, then they'll somehow feel superior because I failed. You know, I'm not gonna fail. If we have to fucking live in a tent, you know, it'll be a nice tent. I'll get a wood stove. You know, I mean, it's not like people aren't doing it all over the fucking planet, camping, because there's no place to live anywhere, because you have all these people that have like 5-6 houses, and they just travel around from house to house and just putter here and putter there, and it's like, who needs all of that? I don't understand. We've never needed so much that people have. It's like an imbalance in them. That's crazy to me, because how many people have all this stuff and they're still miserable? They're still miserable.
They're not happy with themselves.
No. And there's nothing they can do, and now everybody's gone and freaking gotten so much plastic surgery. I don't know why people are like, it's a clone. No, their face is different. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, all things possible, universe, sure, whatever. But so many people have plastic surgery. I saw a picture of freaking that scumbag Ozzy Osbourne. The dude has been a Satan worshiper his whole life, you know? And people are like, oh, that's not what they mean. Yeah, that's exactly what he does, what he perpetuates. Anyways, his purgatory is having to wake up next to Ronald McDonald every day. You know, his wife. Ronald McDonald called and said he wants his face back. I mean, what? I'm like, she's all pissed off because she donated like $900,000 to some bullshit organization, because they're all false for profits. They're all of them. Every non-for-profit, it's all for profit, man. Because we're gonna, our overhead costs are Teslas and all this crap that we don't need, and then the rest goes to the people. It never goes to the people. I've been looking for many, many years for one human being that has been helped by an agency, like by a federal agent, like me. My nemesis is the whole VA system. They all fucking suck. They're all worthless. And you know what I thought was weird? Is that I used to know a woman that worked for the VA, right? In Omaha. And she was a dietitian. Or is a dietitian, I don't know. Made like $120,000 a year.
Whoa.
Right? And that's what they do. They pay these doctors, and these guys, oh, we don't make that much money. They lie. They lie. I've seen a lot of these contracts, too, for what these doctors make, too. It's absurd. It's freaking absurd, because they do not have any kind of sense of urgency, a lot of them. You know, they all let themselves go, and that's a pet peeve of mine. If a doctor's going to talk to me about my health, do not walk in this room being obese. because I will not listen to a fucking word that you say, because don't know anything about health if you're coming at me like that, you know. But when blessings spoil, and so many people's blessings are spoiled, you know, they keep buying their Teslas and they're going to keep blowing up. Keep buying their EVs, they're going to keep blowing up. You know, and now we're getting all the cosmics, the space weather fun stuff, like, you know, more planes are going to be dropping out of the sky. That's going to be happening more. More and more people are just like disheveled in their mind because they don't have any peace. They don't have a place to go to get peace and serenity. They don't meditate. They don't treat their bodies very good. You know, it's evident, and it's going to be more and more evident as time goes on. You know, but there's going to be more stabbings, more shootings, more people just lacking good old-fashioned emotional control. Just lacking the ability to get all that, their yah-yahs out, get all their yah-yahs out in healthy, productive ways. And it doesn't matter the color of one's skin. We're all just different shades of the same color wheel. You know? Okay, people are like, oh, it's a class war. It's an economic war. It's a war within ourselves. You know, and the quicker I find peace in with myself, the more I'm going to match that to the external world, and that's what I'm going to focus on now.